My friends, it's love reading time. Let's do a Valentine's Day love reading. This won't be, I'm not doing this reading with any kind of time frame. This is about what's in your future for loves, just so it can, bring you some confirmation on today of all days where maybe you're feeling a little bit frustrated and alone. Just a reminder that if you're feeling alone today, to do something nice for yourself, celebrate being with yourself. You're pretty great to be with. So celebrate that. Show yourself some love today, especially today. And remember that most of today is just marketing. And I actually heard another reader, like if you are looking at other people and envying them because they're in relationships, just remember that some of the relationships that you're looking at, they might not be the happiest relationships, so just keep that in mind. Just because it's Valentine's Day, doesn't mean doesn't mean anything. It's just another day on the calendar, right? So let's, again, a marketing scheme. So let's see what you need to hear today about your love, and about the future in love. And again, I'm not going to put time on this. This is just about what's in your future whenever that comes in divine timing. I know, divine timing, I know. So I'm going to use this Intuit Oracle deck. I felt called to it. And let's see. Well, there's no bottom of the deck. Oh, yes, we do have, listen, we do have bottom of the deck energy. Beautiful. 143, I love you. So we do have the sun. So the sun will rise again. There's happiness in your future. If you're feeling hopeless, there's happiness in your future. You have to believe. We have yes, energy, power, climax. So you will reach the climax of something. And anyway. Fulfilled, pride, radiance, success, divine masculine, daytime, victory, happy, warm. So there's happiness in your future. And for some of you, this could be related to a counterpart. I do channel a lot of counterpart energy, as you've noticed. And the fact that we have delicate here, it feels like whatever this situation is, it's a delicate one that needs time. It feels like whatever you're going through, your journey is different than everybody else's. Everybody's on their own journey. No two snowflakes are the same. Just like counterpart connections, just like humans, no two people are the same. But we have perfect, delicate, fragile, pattern, symmetry, precise, handle carefully, unique design, exquisite, detailed. So it feels like you're dealing with a delicate situation where there is going to be a happy outcome. There is going to be a successful outcome, and you have to believe in that. And if you're having trouble believing right now, I'm not surprised, because as a reader, I find the energy of people right now is very, not my friends here, not my, all of you supportive people who affirm these messages and believe in this type of stuff, not you. But there is it just feels like this heavy energy of doubt and fear and ego, and people trying to make you doubt this journey or doubt what you believe in. And as that's a collective, when we talk about collective energies, when there's a collective of people who are negative and doubting it can affect other people's energy. So you could be picking up on that. I've definitely, for the past week and a half, I've been picking up on it. I'm sure you can, see it in my readings, or I've talked about it in my readings. But just know that there's a happy outcome here. Just trust in that, whatever that outcome is for you. And remember how I said I didn't want to put timing on this reading. I didn't want to put timing on it, because whatever's happening for you needs to happen in divine timing. I know, divine timing. Meh. I should really stop saying stuff like that about divine timing. I'm sorry, Spirit. But look, we have the element of spirit. Allow, trust in divine timing. So this is a situation where you have to trust that what's meant to be will unfold in perfect harmony for your situation, and not beforehand. And sometimes when we try and force it to unfold in the way that we want, in the vision that we have, we can actually cause blockages. So whatever this is, there's a successful outcome here. Trust in that. Oh no, you can see my gross light. Hang on. It's just like that. I'm going to get rid of it. Anyway, I try and film so that you can't see my disgusting light over there. My disgusting light. My light isn't disgusting. Although those dark people will tell you otherwise. So let's see what is in your future when it comes to love. Oh my gosh, like how much clearer of a message do you, like, Spirit is not joking around today. Spirit is not joking around. We have masculine energy, divine masculine, and we have communication, compromise, building a bridge. That's what's in your future. And again, I feel like this is a delicate situation where time you can't apply time to this connection. It's all about divine timing and patterns that need to end and lessons that need to be learned before there can be this happy ending, before there can be that climax. Why? Somebody out there is feeling frisky. I can feel it. Because every time I say climax, that's what comes to mind. So communication, unite, connecting, integrate, share, collaboration, harmony, compromise, overcoming barriers. And sometimes when we try and force it to happen, we just add more barriers, we add more blockages, take it from someone who knows. And again, we have masculine energy, love interest, you or the person you know. And just know that if it's, please trust. And again, if you don't want to manifest someone new, then this, like, don't be triggered what I'm about to say. But trust that if that person that you've been, that delicate situation can't compromise with you and break down those barriers, that the universe will send in someone else. And I know if you're a twin flame, I know everything in your soul right now is like, I don't want anybody else. And that's kind of how you know you're dealing with a twin flame connection. I heard someone who's very knowledgeable about twin flames that if you can easily just move on from your twin flame and forget about them, then they probably weren't actually your twin flame. But just trust that if that person can't meet you where you are, the universe will send in someone who will. But I mean, let's get back to this complicated, delicate situation you're dealing with. You have a happy outcome in divine timing. You have building a bridge and communicating and integrating with this person, you know? And when I think about counterparts, how they're in separation and they have to go separately on their own journey, on their own paths, and then they come back together to integrate back together. I don't even think I'm using that word correctly, but I don't even care. I do not care. Oh my gosh, look at what's on the bottom. We have the Hierophant, soul contract, marriage. So it does say, it says a year from now, and I know for some of you, you're like, oh my gosh, a year from now. I know. But it doesn't have to mean a year from now. And divine timing, energy is fluid. So the sooner you get to work focusing on your own path, the sooner this will happen. And we also have during the spring. So this communication, this climax could come in during the spring. So we do have Hierophant energy, which is Taurus, and we have Leo, the sun, which is Leo. We also have, oh my gosh, this reading. Oh, I love Spirit so much. We have the clock, perfect timing. What did I say? It'll come in, forget about that clock. It'll come in perfect timing for you and your situation. When the lessons are learned, when patterns have been broken, blockages have been removed, it'll happen in perfect timing for you. And not a minute sooner. For some reason, I just heard It's a Wonderful Life. Not a smidge of temperature. Perfect timing, culmination, longevity, unstoppable, stands the test of time, past, present, future. And if you are a counterpart, the work you're doing on yourself and the work your counterpart is doing is preparing you for a connection that can stand the test of time, that can withstand any storm or tower moment that's thrown its way. And then underneath that, we have the loons. I got to go to the next part. We have the loons, deeply committed, soul committed, you know, and I don't want, people will tell you that you're pathetic and you're not, just because your soul is committed to another soul. Anybody who doesn't understand that has never experienced that. And I'm going to be honest with you. And a lot of people who are experiencing this deeply committed soul bond will tell you, I've never been that type of person before where I can't get over someone, or I can't let someone go, or I chase someone, or I feel connected to someone. Like, they've never felt that before. And again, we shouldn't be judging people, and we shouldn't be judging people anyway, but especially if you've never experienced what they've experienced. So don't let anybody tell you that you're delusional, or that you're pathetic, or that you're blah, 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 blah. You know? You know what this is. We have uncommon bonds. They're uncommon. Not everybody is a counterpart. That's why a lot of people don't understand this journey. I seem to have just... Do you friends remember? Do you people? I always call you people. Do you remember when I used to not do counterpart readings? And I used to only do like... Once in a while, I do like, okay, well, I'm going to do a twin flame reading. And I would say, be prepared. What you're going to hear in this reading sound like it doesn't make logical sense, sounds weird. It's because it's about counterparts. And now I've really stepped into it, right? Like, I cannot get away from it. That's kind of how the twin flame journey feels, right? So this does feel like it's about a counterpart. What was I saying? But do you remember when I would do readings and that energy wouldn't come through? Now it just comes through all the time. Anyway, can you believe these cards? Manifest deepest desire, all in for what you love, reawaken lost hopes. And it could be right now that you and your person are on a different, oh, that's an interesting message. It could be that you and your person are facing different directions right now, and that's okay. Society, people, commenters will tell you like, oh, if they're just not that into you. It's okay that you're on different journeys right now, focusing on your own paths, because all of this is happening in perfect timing, and you need to trust in that. And you need to trust that if this isn't actually your counterpart, or this counterpart doesn't step up, which I see no reason why they won't step up if you're deeply committed to the journey. And what that means, it's not about being deeply committed to this person or an idea of this person. When I say deeply committed to this journey, that's about you. And that's what I keep trying to get through to people, is that it's not about union, it's about you and your relationship with you. And if you're deeply committed to this journey for you, there's no reason why this person won't energetically meet you where you are, because of mirroring. And if this person doesn't, then the universe will send you someone who can give you that love, you know? And if this isn't your counterpart, the universe will send you a soulmate or someone who can meet you halfway. And anyway, you have to trust, is what I'm hearing. But these cards are absolutely beautiful. I feel like showing them to you again, but like, they're just such a beautiful message. And again, I said, I'm not looking at timing on this. I just wanted confirmation for you, validation for you in your journey. And man, is spirit delivering. So let's see. And you'll notice that I'm posting, I mean, I usually post a lot, but I'm posting, I have a channeled message love reading for you for today, which I filmed today. And I have this reading, which I filmed today. All Valentine's Day readings. I wanted to film them on Valentine's Day to take advantage of the energy. And then I have a reading for you about your strengths. I've probably already posted it. You've probably already watched it, because I think I'm going to post this one last. So yeah, I was happy to spend my day with you. And I hope that spending your day with me brought you some comfort. Also, just to let you know, if you're a watcher, is sometimes when I film readings, I'm told not to post them, like by my guides. So they sit in my drafts. So I have a few sitting in my drafts. I know I keep mentioning it, and they're probably going to be posted next week. And so there's one of them where I'm like, I'm crying about my comment section. That's from like a week ago. So I'm okay now. I just wanted to let you know. So that's sometimes when, like, I think I posted one that I filmed on the 2/2 portal, but my guides told me to post it like 2 days ago. And people were like, why am I seeing this so late if you filmed it on 2/2? That's why. So if you ever see a reading like that where it seems, or I mention a date in the past, that's why, is because my guides tell me when to post them. So anyway, just little information about my channel for you. So going forward. But yeah, let's just get a few more about your future. Let's just get a few more. We have movement. So there is movement. Oh my gosh. There is movement in this connection, whether you can feel it in the 3D or not. We have hummingbird. We have be present, enjoyment, be present. So live in the present moment. Instead of worrying about what's coming, like here I am talking about next week, but instead of worrying about what's coming tomorrow and what's coming next week and what's coming a month from now and oh my gosh, it'll take a year, focus on today. Be like a recovering alcoholic. Take it one day at a time, especially on the counterpart journey, especially if you're in no contact. Stay present in your everyday. That's how you truly live, is to live in the present. It's kind of painful to live in the past or to worry about the future. Live in the present. Focus on the now. That's your advice. Anyway. What do we have here? We have rider, messenger, movement, message, travel, news, visitor, delivery, green light, progress, full speed ahead. So even if it doesn't look like it's moving in the 3D, it is moving. Remember the bridge card. You have communication and compromise coming. Obstacles being removed. We have it's developing. So trust in divine timing. This one also mentions communication. It also says gathering information. So this person could be still gathering information or learning about themselves. You could still be learning about yourself, learning lessons before this can happen. It's developing. You know, it's growing, it's cooking. The cake, it's cooking. Just let it cook. Let it bake. Stop poking your fork in it to see if it's done. It's going to be done. Trust in it. Stop poking at the cake. We have waterfall, your future, overflowing abundance, something you've been chasing after, emotional release, let it go. Let it go. If it's meant to be yours, it will be. You don't need to chase after it. You don't need to chase after what's yours. And again, that's like one of the main lessons for the feminine on the counterpart journey, is that you don't have to chase it. And by chasing it, you're just pushing it away. You're adding more blockages. And again, this is about an uncommon bond. So not everybody understands this type of bond. So don't listen to other people. Listen to your own truth. You know deep down what this is. Don't let negative people get to you. And this is a message for me too. Like, I'm talking to myself. Sometimes my messages pop up on my recommended. Like, I'll be happily listening to one of my readers that I love to listen to, and all of a sudden I hear my voice, hello, my friends. And I'm like, oh gosh, what do I need to hear? Because oftentimes I tell you, I don't remember these readings. Those of you who watched that reading last night where you were like, I was hooked from start to finish. I love you. You're my people. Guess what? I watched that whole thing after I posted it because it started playing in my recommended. And I thought, oh dear, I need to hear this message too. Imagine listening to yourself. So awkward. I used to hate listening to myself. I used to hate the sound of my own voice. I would, like, if anybody brought out a phone, I would like stop speaking. I hated the sound of my voice. And when I look back, that was my ego, because I was supposed to be sharing my voice and my ego wanted me to hide it. My ego didn't want me to be sharing my voice. My shadows didn't want my voice out there. Anyway, we have the rainbow. Did you ask for a sign? A rainbow? Double rainbow? Divine intervention, ascension, perfect timing. You have 3 cards about perfect timing. I like it. I like this reading a lot. I like it a lot. Serendipity, light codes, promises kept, duality, as above, so below. Think about that movie Serendipity. It was like 5 years. I'm not saying it'll be 5 years for you, but they thought about each other for 5 years. And their friends were like, what are you on? Like, you only met that person. You never kissed them. You never slept with them. You never dated them. Why are you thinking about them? Uncommon bond. Anyway. All right. Spirit says 2 more. I always say 2 more. But anyway, 2 more. We have compass, true north, life path. So this is part of your life path. Follow your inner compass. Screw what everybody else says. Seriously. Find your way, know where you're going, explore. We have butterfly, metamorphosis, growing into that butterfly, and if they're meant to be with you, they'll grow wings and meet you there. Time, be open. So it could take time. Be open to that. Don't fear that. Again, yesterday, think about the blessing in it. Think about all the things you can do before you come back together with this person. You could take a trip by yourself. You could go to Disney World. Like, think about all the things you could do. Embrace change, evolution of the soul, uncommon bond. This is a bond that's meant, again, stop looking at it as it's about union and about you and this person being together romantically. This journey is about the evolution of your soul. Being together is just icing on the cake. Let that cake cook. Rising up, inspiration, reinventing yourself. And again, I've said it before. If you could see who I was 4 years ago, you would not even recognize me. You would be like, who the hell is that? I always tell people, like, my face didn't move 4 years ago. I was just like, I was so, We have tangled up, complicated. This is a complicated circumstance. I actually saw that in the beginning and I didn't mention it. I should have mentioned it. And it's unraveling, it's the knots are being released is what I'm hearing. And we have victory. Victory will be yours. I was hearing Jack from Nightmare Before Christmas. Victory will be ours. Win, victory, reputation, success, key experience, recognition, fame. So you could end up being, in the spotlight, but you have a successful outcome here and you have to trust that the universe will give you that successful outcome, whatever that is. I'm just thinking about, it may not come in the shape or the timing that you thought it would, but it's here. Successful outcome. This is beautiful. And I'm not going to repeat all these cards. So if you need to hear them again, this is an amazing spread. If you need to hear them again, just rewatch this video because this is amazing. This is amazing. Look at what's on the bottom. We have beaver, which... Beaver. I just saw frog in my throat. I just saw that card in another reading I did. I didn't mention it, but beaver. Things work against you, but persistence pays off. And again, on this journey, especially like even just the spiritual journey, people who are in lower vibrations will try and stop you. They'll try and push you off your path, and they're not doing it intentionally. I'm just going to use drinking as an example. And yes, this sounds very unhealthy. But I come from a family of alcoholics, and we all lived in one house when I was like 20 or 21. My sister was still living at home. Actually, we returned home because we had been like kicked out as teenagers, but we returned home and we were all living under one roof together, and we all had a problem. And the moment that I started going to AA and I decided to quit drinking, they would try and tempt me. They would be like, do you want to drink? Your partner doesn't have to know, because I was, living with my partner who knew that I was trying to quit drinking. And they would be like, you can just have one sip. You can just have one sip. And I know that sounds incredibly unhealthy, and it is. But again, my light was triggering their shadows, and shadow energy will try and push you off your path. And especially on the counterpart journey, everybody will tell you that it's crazy, that you're crazy, that it's just, your persistence will pay off here, my friend. New things on the horizon. So again, look, I'm not going to repeat myself, but look for the blessings. Look for the blessings and the lessons, the blessings. Anyway, I'm not going to repeat these cards. I really want to. I almost want to be like, look, look, look. If you want to hear what they are again, you can rewatch this video. The magic of social media. Anyway. So that's what we have in your future. So let's see what the tarot says. Actually, originally I was going to get this deck. Oh, the sun just came out. I was originally going to get this deck, so I just want to see if anything comes out for you. Let me shuffle it. Is it this deck I want, or is it, yeah, it's this deck. I wore pink just for you. No, I didn't. I wore it for myself. What am I talking about? I'm being a bad example. Yesterday I said, if you want to wear something nice, wear it for yourself. I did want to wear something pink for you because it's Valentine's Day and I don't really have a lot of red clothes. You know, funny fact, I've always been resistant of the color red, and the color red is connected to the root chakra, which is connected to confidence and grounding. So it's no wonder that my shadowy energy was like, ooh, red, stay away. Anyway, so let's see. I love that this is your first card out. Divine intervention, serendipity, catalyst, supernatural karma. So everything is happening in perfect timing. Like, you got all the perfect timing cards in this giant deck. I think there are only 4 about perfect timing, and you got 3 of them. So divine intervention, trust in divine intervention, trust in divine timing, even though we don't want to. We have breakup. So if you broke up with this person, it was divine intervention. It was the catalyst for change, so that together you were probably, you know, little caterpillars, and then you broke up so that you could grow into those butterflies and come back together. Magnetic attraction, twin flames, anyone? Twin flames, magnetic attraction? All right. Again, don't be taking advice from anybody who's not a counterpart, in my opinion. Just saying. So this person could have been a player. We have player energy here, so you could be dealing with a runner. And we have signs and synchronicities. So I feel like whoever you're connected to is getting signs and synchronicities about you, and you are too. I was saying in that channeled love reading, which you're probably already watching, one day I was sitting, the signs that the universe will send you can drive you absolutely crazy. People will say, why is it that when I decided to forget about my counterpart or this connection, I'm being bombarded with signs and synchronicities about my person? It's because the universe, divine intervention. If you are seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities about your divine masculine, for example, start to think of it like this. If the universe is showing you things that remind you of your divine masculine, it could be a message that you need to step into your divine masculine energy or work on your divine masculine energy. Anyway, we have coincidences, signals, hints, messages from the universe. And I was saying to my friend last night, I had this memory where I was sitting in traffic and there was a truck in front of me, and I looked down. I think it was that part of I think I was on the part of my journey where I was pushing it away, not believing in it. And right in front of me on the license plate was my counterpart's name and their year of birth. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, what the heck is that? I remember I took a picture of it, and I think I even sent it to my counterpart at one point. So signs and synchronicities. We have unfinished business. So unfinished business, it's not over. Patterns. So there's patterns that need to end here. So work on your patterns. And baggage. So work on your baggage, childhood trauma, you know, things like that. And we have divine timing. Funny. Perfect timing. Wrong timing. Stalemate. Perfect timing. Waiting. And again, waiting causes resistance. So get busy living is what I'm hearing, and trust in the perfect timing of this. Let's get some tarot. So I'm going to use this spring deck because spring is symbolic of, well, we did have spring on that card about timing, so this could happen in the spring. But spring is also symbolic of rebirth energy, of divine timing, of growth. And interestingly enough, when I picked up this deck, look at what's on the bottom. We have temperance, trust in divine timing. Trust that, this will come in when it needs to come in. And it looks like it's going to happen when you are balanced in your feminine and masculine energy and they are balanced in theirs. So if you want to help this connection, that's weird. If you want to help this connection, start researching how to balance your divine feminine and divine masculine energies, even though I talk about it here. I just noticed this card sitting here. It's alone. We are both hurting from this. So you're not the only one hurting. Even if your person isn't telling you they're hurting, or in the 3D they're pushing you away, you're not the only one hurting. All right, so let's see. Sagittarius energy. We have the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Interesting. So let's look at the future. Again, we're not looking at timing. We're looking at the future energy. We have the Page of Cups. Expect the unexpected. Believe in your dreams. Believe in the impossible. Trust your intuition. And we'll cut it one more time. We have the Queen of Wands. So for some of you, this could be about Black Cat energy. Stay in your Black Cat energy. Focus on your own confidence. Keep moving forward, And this could be about, for some of you, focus on your connection to spirit, Queen of Wands. And for some of you, you could be destined to be light workers. I keep saying that, but I keep hoping the people who are doubting in themselves, if I keep mentioning it, I feel like eventually you'll get it, that's you. Okay, so let's see, what is the future of this connection? We have the Seven of Swords and the King of Pentacles. So you have a fresh start here. Page of Pentacles, so a new chapter within this connection. And look, you have somebody coming home here. Seven of Swords in reverse. This is someone who's been running, stops running. This is someone coming out of the darkness, coming out of the shadows, becoming more self-aware. They're no longer running from the journey. They're no longer running from you. And by running from you, they're running from themselves. Mirroring, or like twin flame energy, because you're part of them. So they're just running from themselves too, right? And we have the King of Pentacles. So we have stability, long-term stability, protection. It's kind of giving me like divine masculine energy a little. But anyway, King of Pentacles, long-term stability. I didn't learn my lesson. My book is so far away. And I'm so lazy. I'm not lazy. I have ADHD. So like everything feels like a task to me. So like getting up and like going across the room to get my book feels like a task, but I'll be right back. So your future. This person is going to come in being a generous provider, serious relationship, emotionally and financially secure. This is your future. Success. You could be an encouraging mentor towards others, having a good reputation, abundance, prosperity, security, ambitious, safe, kind, protective, provider, sensual, reliable. That's your future. And I don't know if this is how this person was showing up in the past, but that's how they're showing up in the future. So trust in that. Trust in this new chapter is what I'm hearing. Let's get a few more. We have the Magician. You can manifest anything you want here. Look up law of assumption. You can manifest anything you want here. Anything you want to happen, you can manifest it. Those people who are like, screw my ex, and X is an X for a reason. They're manifesting new. Let them manifest new. Don't let them get to you. You can manifest anything you put your little mind to, my friend. Anything you put your heart to. Your big heart too. The Magician. So believe in your dreams. And if you do, if you're thinking about starting your own business or being a light worker, you need to put down to earth actions towards that to achieve your dreams. You can't just wish for it. You have to do something to make it happen, right? But anyway, believe in your manifestations, my friend. Believe in your manifestations. Let's get another one. Show me the future. We have the Three of Wands, forward movement. Forward movement. Three of Wands, progression, growth. This is about making plans for the future with this person. Future energy, momentum, confidence, expansion, growth, looking ahead, next stage in relationship, romantic momentum, creating a lasting foundation. And remember that perfect timing card. Essentially what you and this person are doing, even though it's hard and challenging, is you're creating your own foundations and then integrating them together. Like I'm seeing Two of Wands, 1221. Anyway. And then integrating them together and creating a lasting foundation that can stand the test of time and can withstand anything you throw at it. Can withstand any trigger, you know? We have the Ten of Swords in reverse, which is about reconciliation and getting back together. And we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is about your investments coming in. Something you've been investing in for a while, you know? I'm hearing 7 years for some of you. I know that's a long time. That's a long time, 7 years. Anyway, trust in this. You have reconciliation here. You do have it here. Let me look at your person's current energy. We'll just do a little energy check with them, even though this is about the future. Like, we'll just do a little energy check. So show me your person's energy. Show me their person's energy. We've got the Eight of Swords, so you're in separation. Oh, we have the Four of Swords and the Eight of Swords. So right now this person is, you know, it does look like this to me looks like they're in an independent energy or they're taking a break from love, whether that's you or like love in general. But this brings clarity. Remember, the breakup leads to transformation, is a catalyst for change, divine intervention breakup. But this is someone who's in their head about you right now, Eight of Swords. They can't stop thinking about you. And this is kind of the wake-up call they need, is what I'm hearing. Let's see how they're feeling about you. It's also an energy like Eight of Swords could be dark night of the soul. So this person... That's what came through in that reading yesterday, was someone was going through a dark night of the soul. And I don't know if you saw my pinned comment. All those jokes I made about, I'm a simple person, I Google what roadkill means. I was sitting on my couch last night and I'm like, I need to look up what seeing a dead fox means. And guess what it means? It means the end of a hard cycle. It means leading to a transformation and a rebirth. And it also talked about an awakening, which I pulled for the divine masculine in that reading, dark night of the soul, which Eight of Swords, your person, could be going through a dark night of the soul. For how they feel about you, we have the King of Wands. So this is someone who feels, didn't I just look at the Queen of Wands for you? Am I imagining that? Anyway, counterpart energy, spiritual connection, uncommon bonds. But this is someone who feels like they need to take control of this situation. This also could have been someone who didn't prioritize you or prioritized other things over you. This is someone who feels a spiritual connection with you and a sexual one, which now that explains why I giggled every time I said climax. Ace of Pentacles. So they know they want to offer you something stable. They see a future with you. Let's get another one for how they're feeling about you. The Chariot. They know they need to take the reins. Look at that masculine taking the reins. I've said that before. They know they need to take control of the situation. Maybe they feel like you're moving on without them, which again, energetically, if they feel you detaching and moving forward, it's actually a good thing because it lights a fire under their butt. And we have strength, so they feel this unbreakable bond with you. They feel like you have a way with them. Now I'm hearing you've got a way with me. Shania Twain? All right, Shania. You've got a way with them. That's how they're feeling about you. Unbreakable bond. Unbreakable. Let's look at their hopes for the future. Let's look at their hopes for the future, which anytime I say that, Spirit keeps saying, that's just a fancy way of saying intentions. But let's look at their hopes for the future. What are their hopes for the future? We've got the Page of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Ace of Swords. We've got a lot happening here for their intentions. So for the future, they do hope that passion can be restored within this connection, that the two of you can come back together. We've got the Two of Wands. So this person is hopeful that you can both, remember I mentioned the Two of Wands, that you can both work on yourselves and heal your patterns before coming back together. This person is hopeful that they can leave their comfort zone and come towards you. What else? Two of Wands. And remember what's in your future, Three of Wands. Making plans in love, planning a future together. So this person is hoping that a log can be thrown on this fire, you know, that you can ignite this fire again and make plans for the future. This person envisions a future with you. And communication, Ace of Swords and Six of Swords, like I said. Oh, and Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups came out in my channeled message. So Knight of Cups is about rekindling things, and it's about following your intuition no matter if it makes logical sense or not. No matter what other people are saying. It's about rekindling a connection. Six of Swords, moving into calmer waters, moving forward together. You know, I know that you want this person to come in right now and heal with you. But if they're not ready to heal with you, they're just going to I'm seeing you in a boat and this person in the water. And if this person isn't ready to heal, and you pull them into your boat, you could capsize your own boat, you know? So I'm spitting, oh my goodness. This will happen in divine timing, in perfect timing. And you will come together. Yes, you can come together and start healing together once this person matches your frequency. If they come in right now and they're not ready, your boat is going to capsize, is what I'm hearing. Perfect timing. I know it's frustrating, but again, look at this image. There isn't just one person in that boat. You're in that boat together. So that's what this person wants for the future, is for you to come back together, move into calmer waters and heal together. But again, maybe they need some time before they're ready to heal with you, you know? Let's look at their actions in the future. What action is this person going to take? We have the Five of Swords in reverse. We have the Ten of Cups, emotional fulfillment, happily ever after. Rainbow, remember the rainbow. That's beautiful. Remember the rainbow. Two rainbow, you and your person, I'm seeing two rainbows merging into one, because it's almost like this is their rainbow and that's your rainbow and you're merging them together. Do you see how there's like a little... That's not a perfect rainbow. It's like it's a double rainbow joining into one. We have the Five of Swords in reverse. What are you? You're hiding underneath a card. We have the Six of Pentacles. So future actions, we have the Five of Swords in reverse, which is about making amends and reconciliation. We have the Six of Pentacles, which look at this person giving to this person. The masculine giving to the feminine. That's about equal give and take. This person coming towards you. And we have the World, completion. Completion of cycles, completion of lessons, happily ever after. So just trust in the perfect timing of this and get busy living. You know, think of it almost like, this is a weird, I don't know why Spirit's telling me it this way, but think of like when you're on vacation, like I'm thinking of Florida for some reason, but instead of like thinking about, oh my gosh, I have to go home in 10 days. Oh my gosh, I have to go home in 9 days. Oh my gosh, I have to go home in 5 days. Like, and thinking about it like that. Think about it. How much fun could I have before I have to go home? And, you know, maybe being with your person would be more fun than a vacation to you, which I understand. But I'm just saying to change the way you're looking at it. Think about all you can do and accomplish before coming into union with this person. Because once you come into union, you're going to be busy. I'm just thinking about that climax. You're going to be busy once you come back into union with your person. So focus on all the things you can focus on now. Focus on you. Take it one day at a time, you know? Anyway, I felt called to get you these cards. Should I get you a card of advice? Let's get you a card of advice. I have so many cards sitting here. Don't look, it's a mess. So what is your advice? What is your advice about this connection? Boom. Boom. Mic drop. I'm not going to drop the cards, but boom. Empress. What is your advice? Embody this divine feminine. I do not chase, I attract. Work on your own garden. Remember I said it in a reading the other day. Tend to your own garden so that you attract someone who wants to tend to your garden for you. Anyway, we have the Empress. I love when some of you have a sense of humor about that because some people do not. Anyway, focus on your own cup. Focus on your self-love. That's your advice. Focus on yourself. Know your worth, Empress. And we have the Three of Swords in reverse. So for some of you, if you're holding on to resentment, which I do pick up on in some of my readings, again, I've been there. I've been in that resentful place. Learn how to let go of those resentments. You know, you can find lots of information on how to work on forgiveness. It's weird. I was watching ER last night and they were talking about forgiveness and about how resentment can weigh you down. And it was, I'm going to talk to you about ER now because you gave me permission. But Mark Green had gotten like beat up. He thought he got beat up by that guy, which I'm not convinced it wasn't that guy. But he got beat up by that guy where he didn't give good care to that guy's brother. And he was like angry and going downhill. And he met some old woman who talked to him about forgiveness. And he was like, you don't have to forgive anybody. You don't have to forgive anybody. What happened to you is awful. You don't have to forgive them. And she said to him, I have to forgive. Otherwise, it'll just eat away at me. Like, otherwise, that person is winning. She just kept saying, I have to forgive. I have to forgive. And it made him realize that he was all that resentment he was holding on to towards that person who was named Chris, if that's symbolic to anybody. He ended up going to that person's house and apologizing to them because he was holding on to resentment and anger. Anyway. Oh dear. You shouldn't have given me permission to talk about ER. It's my favorite show. I've seen it 15 times and I'm not exaggerating. So what can you work on? Healing, forgiveness, recovery, reconciliation, repressing emotions. You're being asked to let go of a painful experience that you may be holding on to. Forgiveness is not easy, but this card signifies an opportunity to fully feel and acknowledge your feelings, sit with the discomfort, and then release it when you are ready. Again, holding on to resentment only hurts you. This is on page 111, which I find magical. So, just here we go. The heartache subsides. You have experienced a rather painful situation which has already come to an end. The reversed Three of Swords can also indicate that negative self-talk and limiting beliefs are at the heart of the asker's suffering. So if you're struggling with limiting beliefs or the limiting beliefs of other people, it can weigh you down. And again, I spoke about it, I think, in this reading. It's been weighing me, the collective energy of the limiting beliefs and the negative self-talk with some people in the community has been weighing heavily on me these past couple weeks. And yesterday was like the first day in a long time where I didn't feel it. Like it was lifted yesterday. So it felt amazing. And it felt much better to do readings today without that collective energy weighing me down. Anyway, that's your advice, my friend. So I can't believe the Empress came out. That is beautiful. And the Ace of Cups. Focus on your self-love. Let me look at, that's not the right book. Let me look at the Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups. Who's your favorite ER character if you watch ER? Let's talk about it. There's nothing in there that I have to, there's spirits like, no, you already said enough about the Ace of Cups. So I'm just going to get a few of these. So advice from these, heart cards, which I haven't used in, I want to say, over a year. It's been a long time since I touched these cards, but let's get a few cards of advice for you. Advice for you. I'm just going to shuffle them a few times. Well, I have a bunch here, so we'll see if Spirit wants me to get more. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. I'm at 10% battery. I'm living on the edge. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become a reality. Trust in your manifestations. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance, not the guidance of naysayers and limiting beliefs and people who don't know what this journey is about. Again, don't take advice from someone who's never experienced something like this and chosen this journey. Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. Missing Piece by Vance Joy. Listen to it if you haven't. We have soulmate. Your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. We have freedom. There's nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. So free yourself from limiting beliefs that, something's stopping this connection or that it won't happen. I'm just going to get a few more. That's too many. That's way too many. 143 on the timer. I love you. This one got left behind. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace possibilities. A new path is available to you now. Follow it with faith. And that past is behind you. So many people hear that and they think that that means that this person, an ex is an ex for a reason. Leave them in the past. Again, normal rules don't apply to connections, uncommon bonds like this one. But that past is in the past. Remember I said live for today. Don't live in the past. It can harm you. It's about, or release resentment over the past. Why are there, every time I try and shuffle cards, 5, 10 are coming out. Let me just try one more time. That's the problem with heart-shaped cards. All right, that was 1. That was 2. Thank you, Spirit. All right, I'll take those ones. I keep my standards high because I am worth it. Boom, mic drop. That's your affirmation that just popped down. Keep those standards high because you are worth it, and that's how you attract a healed version of this person in. Transformation. Your relationship with one another is about to deepen. Love conquers and transforms all things. Notice my throat. Closing over. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. A lesson that I had to learn. Passion, a magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. Queen of Wands. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events. Life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. Truth. Ditch the negative self-talk. Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together and remember love is the greatest healer. So laugh lots is what I'm hearing. So my friend, I'm going to leave it here. Thank you for spending your Valentine's Day with me. I enjoyed doing all these readings for you and I'm going to go spend the rest of the day with my kids now, but I'm sending you lots of love and light and I will talk to you soon. Happy Valentine's Day, Valentine. Oh, I did want to say something to you. I was hearing, before I started this reading, is it Ralph Wiggum? I was hearing, I choose you. I choose you. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.